Welcome back. There's no shooting in today's video. The next shooting video is the 16th of May at 7 PM, so make sure you tune in for that. What I want to do today is run through a piece of equipment that I use, because I get asked quite often what night vision equipment I use and what thermal equipment I use when I shoot. This is some equipment that I bought about a year ago. You might remember me buying the Nightfox 100v. Now, I'm not going to do a full review on it. I'm not going to do an unboxing on it. As you can tell, it's unboxed already. This is more what I use it for and why I've got it. So, as I say, it's perfect for during the day as well. If you're using it during the day, because this is a night vision unit primarily, there's no infrared filter on the lens or on the CCD inside. So it comes with a plastic lens cover that you just snap on, which is essentially an infrared filter that allows you to use it during the day. Perfect for scanning across fields, scanning down under hedgerows, and just for getting a good view of what's going on around you. 3 times base mag, 2 times digital zoom, so when you're using it you can hold it right up to your eyes if you wish, or because it's got a nice digital screen in the back and the image is actually displayed on the digital screen rather than through some optics, you can hold it off your face like this and you can scan around. The only drawback with doing that, there's no brightness level on here, so you can't adjust the level of brightness, so you tend to get a bit of glow on your face. And if you're shooting at night and it's fairly dark, once you start looking through there you do get a little bit of a dazzle the first time you use it. It's not a problem though. It has, I believe, 7 levels infrared, so when you're using it your base level is 0 off for daytime use. Click it once, that's the button on the top, click, click, click 7 times all the way up, maximum power on the IR. It is very powerful. I think it's rated at 100 meters to be able to view out to 100 meters. Pretty sure I've had further than that on 7. Now if you're going to keep looking at everything on 7 times infrared, you're going to burn through the batteries. I've found that between 1 and 3 there's not a whole lot of difference. So if you're just using it for general spotting out in the field, around barns, around the farm, level 1 is absolutely fine. The unit is very sturdy. It's taken a couple of knocks. Absolutely brilliant though. It's been absolutely spot on. I've had it for over a year now. I use it very regularly indeed. One of the drawbacks is, however, if you look here you can see the power button. The power button is flush with the unit. You charge up the batteries. It uses 8 AA batteries, 4 on each side. Now unless you get some batteries with decent milliamp hour rating, you're going to burn through them in around about 2 to 3 hours. I believe it says you get 6 hours usage out of it, but I've not had that long. What I found was, charged the batteries, put it in my bag, packed it up, left it for the rest of the day and ready to go out on the night. I get there on an evening, switch it on, nothing, completely dead. Because that power button, all you need to do is just tap it once, bang, powers up. There's no press and hold. So all I've done there, if you have a look, I've put a horseshoe piece of cardboard around the button, stuck it on with some glue, and that stops the button from being pressed because you've actually got to get your finger in and depress that. This unit on the top doesn't come with it. This is a little mount, a GoPro mount. So what it allows me to do is when I'm out in the field, click a GoPro on, hit record, and I can scan around. The unit doesn't have an inbuilt SD card or memory, so you can't record on it. It is purely a spotter. But for £120, it's meant to be an entry-level spotter. Now I paid £120 about a year ago. I believe you can get it for about £100 on Amazon now. Click the GoPro on top and then you can scan about and you can record what you see. The other good thing is, if you have a camera that's IR sensitive, i.e. you've taken it apart, taken the filter off it, you can mount that on the top as well and use the infrared illuminator from the front of this, and you can record what you're seeing at night as well. Because you can't record anything on the unit, what I've done is here, if you look at this bit of footage, it's my little man, we're out in the woods and we're just having a little play, scan around with it. I'm using an infrared illuminator and an infrared camera to record him here. You can see him as he turns around, you can see the beam, the power of the beam from the infrared. Now that's on level 3 I think in the woods, and yes, pretty dark, but you can see just how powerful that infrared illuminator is on there. You'll see as well that because you can't record on the unit, I've held my mobile phone up to the screen, try to record what I see through the unit. Doesn't do it justice. The unit itself is absolutely crystal clear when you're using it. Fantastic bit of kit, but you'll not see that on the mobile phone footage that's been recorded through the screen. One thing I would recommend is trying to get hold of one of these. They don't come with the unit, but it's just a basic carry case. It is for the Nightfox unit, so you can charge the unit up, drop it in the case, zip it up, and it just protects it when you're out and about or when you're travelling to and from big missions. That's it. The unit is completely reliable. It would be nice if I got a bit longer at the batteries, to be honest, but what I tend to do is I use the Pulsar to scan, find the heat signatures that I'm looking for, mainly rats, rabbits, squirrels. Then I would switch across, if it's at night time, I'll switch across to the spotter, and I would use the infrared spotter to find and to sort of fine tune what I'm looking at. Take a look, I will focus, it's got a focus wheel on the bottom, focus in on it, zoom in if I need to, and when I'm happy that I'm looking at what I'm expecting to be looking at, say rats in the dark, I'll then pull the rifle up and use the ATN to target them. Brilliant bit of kit. That's all I've got to say on it. It's not a full review, but for what I use it for night vision spotting, absolutely superb. Now the only thing I would say is, when you use it, you use the neck strap. It's a kilo roughly when it's on there, plus the weight of the batteries. It is a little bit clunky, to be honest, but the beauty of it is you can just pick it up, you can scan about, turn it off. Silent, there's no noise on power up, there's nothing on power down, so you can be completely stealthy. And there's the focus wheel on the bottom there, just turn that and that adjusts, and it is pin sharp. It is absolutely pin sharp. So if you're looking for an entry level night vision spotter and day vision spotter with a clip on infrared filter there, I would probably have a look at that, have a look at the reviews. I think on Amazon it's coming in a 4.7 on the reviews out of 5. It is a very, very nice bit of kit. That's a Nightfox 100v. Have a look at this before you start going down the night side Sentinel route. Hope that was helpful. As I say, it wasn't a review video, it was just to give you an idea of what I use, why and how I use it, and if that's helped one other person, job done. Thanks for watching.